Welcome. Look at all this bright sunshine around you all.
Hey, girl.
Hello. Welcome to the Psychic Circle, June. I'm excited to see what messages we get. We'll do our introductions first. So welcome. I'm East Coast Mystic, and you can find me on my Facebook page, East Coast Mystic, and I have a website, eastcoastmystic.com. And you can find me there for services and events. I have lots of events going on in the next few months. I hope that I give you the messages you seek tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, I'm Mystic Gypsy. You can find me at Mystic Gypsy with 2 eyes on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm just really excited to be here. I love doing this with everyone and can't wait to see what messages we get tonight.
Hi, I'm Daughter of the Sea, and you can find me on Facebook at Daughter of the Sea, Crystals and Tarot. I'm so excited about tonight. I feel a little nervous energy tonight brewing. I love this. I do have to say, before we let you guys all in, I was telling East Coast Mystic that I definitely got 2 names to come up tonight. I got a Ron that's here, and I definitely have a Bet or Betty. So I'm excited to see what the cards have to say.
Am I muted? No, okay. I think you can hear me. And our other psychic will be joining us in a minute. Looks like she just got popped off. So as soon as she comes in, Crystal, we'll get her introduction as well. So here is the deal. Everybody gets a message, and you have 3 choices. You can choose to get a message from someone on the other side, or you can ask a specific question or topic that you want us to focus on, or you can just get a general message from us and see what we get. So, who should we start with? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm just kidding. That was fun. Okay. I have to go with Mary Donna. I have to. I can't wait any longer. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Yeah.
Perfect. So, what would you like to know?
Just general today.
Just see what comes up.
Yeah.
Okay. The other psychics will get ready. And I'm going to begin. Ooh. This is a card I pulled for you. So that I love, because it is a card of enlightenment, and it lets me know that you do have vision and you are moving forward. But there is an enlightenment happening. That's that glow, and there's a protection all around you, but you're meant to move into a soothing energy right now. It's not a high-paced energy. Be comfortable, let yourself soothe. The other thing that I got for you is the Ace of Pentacles, which means opportunity. And it also lets me know that there is something that you are going to be creating, that you should be focusing on this month, that will bring you more finances or opportunity. But I do feel like it is meant to be drawn into your home. So think about that. And I do feel like you could take it in other places as well, but I feel like it is something for you to do at your home. And this opportunity is going to come around a young male. So I feel a young male is the key right now to this opportunity. And you should definitely move forward with it. Dark hair, younger than you, and maybe has more than one place. So I don't know what that is. That's weird. I'm almost, if I get anything else, I'll let you know. But this does have to do with opportunity around you right now.
Excellent.
So I see money. It's all focused on business and money and just like that soothing energy of just flowing.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
Hello, Mary.
Hi.
Okay, sorry about the weird lighting today. I'm a little red, but that's okay. So for you, I see like a really big presence of your spirit guide around you right now. There's very strong, like masculine energy that I'm feeling, and I feel like your spirit guide right now may be a male. But they're wanting you to find some sort of like finding your balance, because lately it's been showing that you've been heading into a little bit of maybe mental like unrest, like your mind's been really busy lately maybe, or it looks like you're not sleeping really or having trouble sleeping. But I do see that they're wanting to remind you, because we have the World card here, that they are here with you. They're completely around you. And I really do see like this protection of a older male spirit guide. So I just really feel strongly that he wants you to do some meditation.
Okay.
I don't know if you're into meditation, but balance is what I keep hearing and feeling. And I don't know if things have been kind of feeling out of balance, but it looks like this next month is just, June is really balancing for you. And you will find it though, because there's some beautiful 10 of Pentacles, which would really be beneficial for you and beautiful. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I had a good weekend. Not this weekend, last weekend. Big one.
So I also think too, this would be incorporating some things that happened during that. Because was there a couple, two things that came to light for you that just have been on your mind since then? Because I keep seeing two swords. So I feel like there's just something that like maybe just balance. Two is balance, right?
Yeah. I had some ceremonies, and I had a very traumatic ceremony, and then I had a really gentle one, and it was really good. Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be okay. I think that really helped the wheel of life kind of just fit for you. So that's beautiful. Congratulations.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I love what you said, because I actually do feel like you're fitting into who you are, and that's coming out now, and your success is behind that.
Okay. Because I had a really good connection with him, and he is older. He's 75. So I think that he may still be thinking about me, because we had a lot of time to connect this weekend, or last weekend. So more than before. So it was really good.
That's awesome.
Hey.
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
This is great. When she called your name, I feel like my grandma said to me that we met at a book fair. And I've never seen your face before. So I feel like saying, are you sure? Was this in this lifetime or a different lifetime? I'm not sure if you're into books as much as I am, but really?
I have tons of them, and I have a little free library out front, and
I love it.
Yeah.
Love that. I wrote a few things down. I wrote, and I circled Beth around you. So I circled Beth, and I also circled free spirit. That comes to me. I got the Magician card, which I feel like he's just like concoctioning his own little brew here. And when I pulled the next card, the Hierophant, I feel that you're going to embark on it. I'm not sure if you're a teacher or not, but I wrote that you might want to, almost like you're teaching someone, or you're teaching someone something, almost like you're expanding what you're doing now, incorporating a passion of yours. And I feel very big, like my throat wants to express like what you stand for, what you're passionate about. And I feel that people come to you for that teaching, or for that wait, I got to flip my page. I put teaching or education, something that you're passionate about, but it requires you to take maybe a slight different road. So it's something new. I feel it's part of your journey, but I feel that you're going to bring this into with what you do now.
Okay.
And obviously I'm not sure, because I got the Hangman. So I feel maybe like looking at it outside the box, like a different approach to bringing something new in. And I'm not sure about this 75-year-old, what this experience was or this connection. Maybe you got to look at that outside the box. I don't know.
It was outside the box. Yeah, it was very outside the box.
And I kind of like that. Do you connect with a Beth anyhow? Is that
the word Beth?
Yeah, like I feel there's a female spirit, female presence around you. And she says, just wear those colors. Like I feel like she's like, I'm not sure what that, maybe it's an expression, maybe it's to express yourself, maybe it's to continue expressing yourself. I feel that this Beth couldn't express herself. I felt like in my throat, like I needed to take a drink. Oh, East Coast music. I love when you say, oh.
Well, I just feel like for me, a Beth from the Village popped into my head. That's past.
Oh, is it connected?
Oh.
I just feel that whoever that she is to you expressing yourself is releasing what she couldn't express.
Okay.
And it's coming through you.
Because my throat is like been stuck for most of my life. And doing these ceremonies, I was rubbing the Raven Sara on it before I was going in there and just going crazy. And I was like, the whole thing. And it was, it's coming.
Maybe it is. I think so. I think so. Especially with the Magician and those cards. Those are big cards, I feel. And I'm so French with the Hierophant. I can't even say it. Those are good cards. I love those because I feel they're empowering, and I feel you are getting there. I feel whatever that is for you, that is your next step, and that is, I love that.
Nice. Because he did say, Georgina, that so now it's been a week, so I can say something. He did say, I do need to know to heal, but because I am so sensitive, it will not be given to me in a blast. The mother will not give it to me in a blast. It'll be a very slow journey, but I'm good.
Because it has to be,
shaman that
it's because it has to be a part of you. So as it's healing you, you become the flow.
Yeah. But he said it's gonna come. I'm gonna remember eventually. It's gonna happen. And he was lovely this weekend. He was amazing.
Amazing. Well, Crystal made it back.
Hey!
And Crystal, it's your turn to do Mary Donna. She just wants a general reading. And for those that did not, you can also introduce yourself. I didn't get to introduce you. So I'll give you the mic, Crystal.
You're muted, Crystal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Crystal J. Raven. I'm a tarot reader. If you like what you received today and you're interested in getting a more in-depth reading, or at a different time, if you have another question, you can reach me at Phoenix Rising School on Facebook. That's it. Get on to reading here. So you wanted just a general message, is that correct?
Yes, please.
There we go. Well, I'm sorry, and I need your name. What is your name?
Donna, Mary Donna.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
I feel like I'm watching a suspense.
I know.
Trying to get a feel here. Okay, well, I'm definitely picking up on something emotional. Okay. Yeah, I feel like what I'm picking up on here anyways is something regarding a loss that you've experienced, or I don't necessarily want to say it was a relationship per se, but it might have been you thought it would come from exploring yourself or expressing yourself emotionally that maybe was the results were a bit shortcoming. Exactly what the energy that you put into it isn't necessarily the energy you receive back, is what I'm getting. And so that there is a level on the table here for me regarding what the cards are showing, is that there is a level of kind of coming to acceptance of what that was and breaking free of that disappointment, because I do feel like you are on the right track. I want, what Spirit's telling me is that they don't want you to feel discouraged, okay? Like, I feel like don't let the discouragement like tell you that what you were kind of attempting to do is wrong for you necessarily. It feels like there's something that was kind of emotionally charged and that it brought a lot of, like, I feel like a lot of energy. Like, there's a lot of energy, like maybe it was something in the past that, you know, brought oomph, like excitement.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I feel like there is a slight change in path regarding what to do with it, but I feel like if you don't struggle against where, like, you know, like sometimes when you hit a block with something because you were so sure you were supposed to go a certain way with it, and then you keep kind of almost hitting your head against that same wall, and you're realizing that that's not changing. And so Spirit wants you to know that, like, usually when that happens, it's just trying to reroute you. Okay. It's not necessarily even that the block's going to stay there forever. It just means that right now, where you need to go with this emotional energy, this passion, it's just rerouting you. Okay, so it wants to kind of focus on still utilizing those gifts that you have, because I feel like you do have like a lot of strong emotional energy, and I think that that's awesome. But it wants you to be open to new, like, other ways that you can kind of utilize it. Because if you can do that, I do see something wanted fruition. You have the Star card position, and I do feel that it's going to take you to, like, it's going to be better than what you had expected it to be frank. You have the Fool card and the Pentacles clarifying the Star card, and I do feel like it's going to take you on a new journey, a new path that's going to be potentially not only kind of an emotional fulfillment, but it's going to have physical, tangible results
Awesome.
for you. That's
Awesome.
what I get.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry for the delay.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good rest of your weekend.
And you as well, Raven.
To me, that really resonated because the whole time Crystal was talking and doing her channel, I kept seeing your father and your sister. And I feel like even though I could see flashes of other people going through your mind, I feel like a lot of the messages, you might want to listen to this when the replay comes. I feel like there's something there that does have to do with what your father's working on in regards to your family's connection.
Okay.
I don't know, I just get that. So I want to pull a card before we move on and see what you got. And it's dreams. So pay attention to dreams. Maybe that's one way he's connecting with you. Or let him know what your dreams are, right? What do you want? What's your bucket list for yourself? I love that. Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, let's move on to Daryl. Have a great night. Thanks for joining.
Hello.
Gotta go side by side, right?
Sure, whatever works.
Awesome.
I'm
well,
just
my
grateful
energy's
to be here.
already there, so right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna go with it. What would you like to know?
I just would like the general reading, please.
Okay, let's see what we get. Everybody will get their cards and messages ready. Oh my gosh. I got this card for you. It's so interesting because it's a woman holding on to this tree. So there is, and look at the healing hands. So this does let me know that you are actually connecting to a female spirit right now, but she's holding high in the tree. She's not like holding the tree low, it's up high by the branches, which lets me know that she's helping you manifest right now. And it does let me know a lot of energy right now is focused on the past, but yet you're protected. So I do see that you are going through a transition, but you are protected and you have help manifesting you. But it does show me that right now past triggers are taking place, and that's temporary. Remember that they are just a thing that does happen to be released. So make sure that if things that are triggering you from the past is coming up right now, it is actually part of the cycle. All the way up until the 18th, things are wanting to go. So you are going through a death and a rebirth right now. And I got the King of Cups for you because not only does that represent who you want to become, I do feel like it does represent your father right now. And I don't actually feel like it's just your father. I feel like you have also a father figure from your past. So not your father, but a father figure from your past right now. So there is two spirits that are guiding you. Make sure you keep going by water. So I see water as a real key for you through this month. And it's because it is purifying you. So that's really good. As far as what they want you to focus on, it's money and your balance. Money and your balance. And just be present in your days. Don't get too trapped in what you want in the future. The universe already knows what you want. Your focus is on the week, each day of the week, and it's going to lead you to your destiny. So you're already on the path of what it is that you are manifesting, as well as your results. So I definitely see you stay balanced and let yourself go through the changes. Be you. That's what I get. So what do I get? This month is all about for you, knowing that you're protected and that you can just be. Okay? And understand that what you're going through is natural. Don't think there's anything wrong. So you have to tell yourself, as part of your healing, everything's going in the direction that you want. You have to believe in that right now.
Okay.
That's what I get. And focus on money, like what money balance and creating as well. So there's financial focus. Don't focus on emotions through this month, which means that energy is already taken care of. You're meant to be distracted by financials and having fun with it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hello, Daryl.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, you too.
I do have, I also have the King of Cups. So when East Coast Mystic was talking about it, I also got with it though, a very interesting pair, the Page and King of Wands, both of them. And that kind of just shows me a transition for you, that you're going from one to the other, to something that is aspiring to you and that you've really had strong desires to go. But it's almost like you're missing a little bit of the next, you're not sure about the next steps to get to that point. And Spirit is showing that you just kind of need to stop, just take a minute and just kind of connect with yourself again, because you have now this spiritual connection, and it's like Spirit is kind of showing you your connection in front of you, and they really want you to just know that it's there and trust it, because there is a little bit of doubt still for you, and it's just the more that you trust it and each day goes on, it'll become more part of you, right? And that's really this Chariot card that I have for you, is this transformation that East Coast Mystic was talking about and that I see here for you. And I also am seeing that because there's almost like an ending with the female that you've had in the past in your life, there's becoming more of like an ending with that, and that's now this is your rest period. And I do see that for the next 2 months, you just really need to take this time to let that all go and free your mind, right? So take those moments where I do see you contemplating over water as well. So really, that would be a really beautiful spot. And I even actually have a person sitting beside the water with a bird. Do birds come to you when you're at the water? I'm not sure out there if you guys get these kinds of, they look like a big, kind of like a stork with
Mine's by the water.
Oh, okay.
What did you get? What's your card?
This one here, she's sitting on water, and there's this bird here. I just feel like when there's a bird, this bird is gonna kind of come to you, and you're gonna have this moment of okay, I think it's actually gonna be okay. I know where to go next.
Okay.
And it's just, that's your dad and this other male that's around you. That's them letting you know, and trust it. When you feel it, it's almost like there's a moment of, did I really connect to what I thought I did? But you did. So,
okay, don't have the doubt.
Yeah. So, but it looks really beautiful for you. So you're following your own path with courage and strength. So keep doing this.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, Daryl.
Hello.
Hi. This is so interesting. You guys all got the King of Cups, and Mystic Gypsy got the King of Cups and the King of Wands, and I got it too. And he's holding a fire torch. And if I can remember well, that kind of suits you well for what you used to do, holding that fire torch.
Oh yeah, the fire hose.
I know. I got so much emotions come to me, because when East Coast Mystic was talking, and I felt that she said, a father figure to you, maybe a father figure. I felt that I wrote down, I wanted to know, and maybe it's none of my business, you don't even have to nod, but I circled adopted. I'm from an adopted family, so my background is, and I was wondering if you were not adopted. I'm not sure, but
no, I wasn't adopted.
No, you weren't.
No.
And is there this Ron is here? Is there a Ron in your life? Could that be a father figure to you?
I guess a little bit. He's my buddy that moved out here. He's the reason I ended up moving out here. He's my only friend that came out here. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
There
do
is a
lean on
connection.
him for advice and stuff. He's a pretty wise guy.
Like I felt like that emotional connection, and maybe that's why I wrote adopted, because I didn't know if it was like, you know, true, like the blood relation. Because a lot of people will say I look like my grandma, but I was adopted, right? So blood-wise, we're not related at all. But I guess, you know, sometimes the connection goes deeper than just, you know, a blood relation, right?
Yes.
I
Actually, if I could, something that just popped in my head. My dad's youngest brother was Ron, and I didn't know him very much during my life, but the last 10, 15 years, I helped my dad reconnect with some of his family, and ended up having a pretty nice relationship with him and his wife. And he passed September of 2020, so that could be it too.
That could be a
That's
connection.
who I feel. That's who I
around you.
feel it is.
Yes.
I feel it's the
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, I feel that he's there. I definitely feel that. And I got look into it, because I wrote June 2nd. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if that's your birthday, somebody's birthday, or maybe you'll meet someone that's born June 2nd. Because I also got from the King of Wands, I got the Knight of Cups. And he's young, he's romantic, he's holding flowers. So I feel that your journey ahead is the chariot. You're holding the reins, okay? So you have to face ahead. That's what I feel. And I wrote, you know, don't get trapped in what you want, just ride the wave. And I think it's East Coast Mystic or Mystic Gypsy that said that. Don't get trapped in what, right? Just ride the wave. You're going ahead and just go. Don't have to doubt, all right? And if you're going to meet someone, you might have to bring out a little bit of that youthfulness you still hold inside, because he's pretty young, so he's got some pretty nice little romantic moves. So I'm not sure if that's a potential, but that might bring a little bit of spark to your life. I feel that, you know, not forgetting our youthfulness as we get older, right? We all have it in us to bring that spark back, go to the ocean, reconnect with your soul. And if you're going ahead, I feel you are going to meet someone, or someone is coming into your life. I feel that you can use that, you know, to guide you as well, like to bring that into your life, a little bit of happiness, happy moments, focusing on the good stuff,
Maybe
the feel good for the soul.
Yeah, maybe rewriting your story now, because and allowing your past to go away. You know, are you ready to, you know, introduce yourself to the next person you're going to meet without what you just left? Because that's a lot for a woman to hear. Do you know what I mean? So you need to recreate your story. Yes, you're divorced, but this is who I am. And I feel like that's what Spirit is guiding you.
It doesn't define who I am, sort of.
Yeah, get ready. Don't, you don't want to tell your story on your first date or whatever, right? So I feel like Spirit is guiding you to be you, celebrate you, but let this, let the past be the past right now, so that you get the power that you need to move forward and meet new people, right?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Right. I do agree to that, because I think the past sometimes brings us down a little bit. It's a heavy baggage for us to carry. And the youthfulness, you know what? They're
Your love.
They're young. They're night. They don't carry that baggage.
They're not carrying the heartbreak.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
Hi, Daryl.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, so I'm getting a bit of a message here. I do feel like the cards that I have in front of me, I have a lot of major arcanas, and so to me, what it's kind of signifying to me is that everything that's kind of led you up to this point, like I want you to know, it's like bigger than just the choices you've made. Like there's a lot, what basically, I guess you could call it destiny to a degree. A lot of big kind of spiritual energies. One might say that you're kind of going through a bit of a like a spiritual ascension or life lesson. Okay. And so where you kind of find yourself at right now, like there might be sometimes a little bit level of doubt coming in about whether you're kind of in the right place with things. I do have there is a heavy focus on the loss. I do feel like but it's kind of changed. Like there's a bit of a shift and maybe perspective that's taken place. And so maybe, when it was a bit fresh, you're kind of a certain way about it. But now, like what I'm picking up is that there's maybe more a bitter nostalgia that's kind of creeping in. That's kind of maybe having you second guess maybe the way certain things were handled, or just how things went down in general. Now, Spirit wants me to tell you that that's not wrong for you to think that way, but the thing is that it's creating almost like an emotion, like a very strong emotional turmoil is what I'm getting here, and where you're kind of you are picking up on this, and it is almost like it is energy that you have to work with to a degree. It's not that it shouldn't be there. So I want to be clear on that. But that
gave me such big goosebumps. Wow.
Yeah, so it is something that you do have to work with, but Spirit is asking you to be kind of mindful about where you're taking it mentally, and you do have to make space for this new perspective that's creeping in now and again. It's okay to have that bittersweet. It's okay to feel like maybe even celebrate good things, but there's going to be an attachment with celebrating those good things about your past with that grief, because you haven't completely processed it yet. And so it's going to kind of shift you. Like you'll go from maybe entertaining those bittersweet moments, and then it'll kind of aggressively shift you into, okay, but now it's gone. And then that grief comes over, and then maybe anger or whatever, however you process that. And so Spirit just wants you to know that this is part of making space for where you're going. But to be mindful about judging it. Like just basically not to be super judgmental on yourself for this. What I am getting that it might benefit you to consider maybe seeing consider counseling as a means for you to be able to verbally express yourself, because I feel like maybe you don't really have that outlet. I mean, you might be able to have like a chat with your buddy about it and stuff like that, and that's great. I think that's important too. But be open to speaking with somebody who works with this all the time, like a grief counselor maybe, or even a counselor that works specifically with the loss of a marriage. Okay, like you can get specific counselors for that, because they may be able to hold a space for you, or offer perspective that like you're basically struggling with right now. But more than that, I feel like it's just you allowing yourself to say it. It's that energy shift. Like if you allow yourself to just go there, that will create a shift in the energy enough that will allow for new things to kind of happen. But you are kind of in a stance of being held back. You sometimes feel that way, like you're being held back by your past. Maybe you're not quite where you thought you'd be at this point, and Spirit just wants you to say that you are in fact where you need to be with it, to be patient with yourself through this process. The advice is that you do spend the time consciously taking care of yourself. Like there's a really heavy emphasis on just a little bit of self-indulgence. Like honestly, enjoy yourself, do what kind of keeps you motivated, do what is enlivening to you, whatever that is. It's really important. That'll bring a sense of balance and justice into your life during this time. As long as you're not using to escape, like I'm not suggesting escape, but just be mindful and be compassionate towards yourself is really important.
Okay, thank you.
That's awesome. While you were talking, I pulled the closure card, and look at the path. It's like opening up for you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I think. That
So-
I agree. Enjoying things for yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really allowed myself much indulgence at all. I'm just coming to the tail end of the divorce. I'm still talking about it ever since the first time. But it's been a long process waiting for paperwork. I had 2 pension plans, and it's with an actuarial doing evaluation for me. I just last week got a new appraisal on the house, and it's at the point where, like, let's negotiate and get this over with. And I think we're both looking forward to it, and I'm just so looking forward to it.
And it's an opportunity to close it. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep, and then I can move forward. I'll have money to look for a better place, like you mentioned, and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to, opening some doors, because I just feel like I'm kind of enjoying New Brunswick. I mean, I've been here about 10 months now, but I haven't allowed myself to really travel around and look around and enjoy it. I've just been kind of feeling like I'm in a holding pattern. So what you guys say is just really hits home.
First, you found your truth. I do feel like you also got yourself grounded in your situation. And now, unground yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because now you're seeing the opportunity. Go on MLS and look across Canada and every single province and the dollar range that you want to spend and see what happens. That's the exciting part of your life that you have right now. Just be open. Because you're only going to improve your path from now. So yeah, that's exciting. Awesome.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's do, we got 2 left, Tara or Diane. Oh my gosh. I feel like we have to do Tara. I'm sorry, Diane. Tara, we're going with you. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
So you
I'm
get to
out at my
choose.
cottage. I'm out at my cottage and I don't have very good service and my phone's about to die. So I was super happy when you just said my name.
I got goosebumps. Someone's like, give her the message. Well, we'll definitely you get the replay. So what would you like to know today?
General
message? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna bring this card up. This is what I get for you. I have goosebumps everywhere. This to me right here represents you. And this represents a female spirit. Look, she's looking at you and giving you the energy. So this lets me know that there is a strong female spirit around you. You're a seer. You have the ability to see things. When people talk to you, you can see what they're saying. Like, you are a seer. And this woman wants you to see her. So you are being prepared to see this woman. I definitely feel she's a grandmother. And as I'm looking at you, I am getting a male coming through too. So I know that you're very guided right now. Maybe it's because you're at your cottage. Like, that might be your bubble, your place of serenity. But there is a male.
It is.
Good. Well, you're getting a little Miss Psychic there at the place.
Oh yeah, this is my spot for sure.
Wow. Where's your spot?
Kingston Peninsula.
Beautiful. So I just want to pull. I know that I got the female connection first, so I just want to pull 3 cards on her. She's got the Strength card, so she is definitely connected. I feel like she is she is a mother to you. I feel like she is, I just see so much strength. Like, you two were very connected spiritually. She's telling me that she gives you signs, that you actually get signs from her. And she comes around when things are chaotic. So sometimes you get chaos, okay? Like I just get like a lot of stuff, but it does snap you into a motivating and manifesting power. And you are someone that has overcome a lot of stuff. So she's showing me all of these things you're taking care of. And she's telling me that right now it's important for you to focus on what you want. Now you got to focus on how you really feel and the things that you feel that you can finally have, because you've been taking care of too much. And that has been your path in this last little while. But now you're in a place where you're actually satisfied. There's a lot of things that you're satisfied about, but you're still missing something. And that's what she's bringing you towards. And it does have to do with the cup. So it has to do with emotions. I feel like there is something that has to do with something you should be doing. Like, I know that you take care of a lot. I see you taking care, but I see something else growing from you that has to do with your spirituality, your signs, and your connection. So there is a grandmother around you. But there is also a male that's coming through. And he is, I keep feeling like there's damage on his head. And I don't know why. So this male spirit is showing me something that happened to his head. And I don't know if that's how something that happened to him or his way of thinking, and he's trying to change that. But you definitely have a male spirit around you. And it's showing me that he is trying to take care of lots of different energies and people. That there's like 5 people that everyone's going in their own direction, but he's connected to all of you. So I feel like it is somebody connected to your father's side of your family. You have both male and female. Female from definitely father energy around. And you can feel him. So one of those two, which one, when I was talking to you, which one gave you goosebumps when I mentioned? Your grandma or the male figure? Yeah. The grandma?
My grandmother for sure. Yeah.
So whenever you get goosebumps,
because she was basically mom.
Aww.
To me. Yeah. Not really. I have a mom.
Yeah,
my grandmother was my person.
Yeah. Wow. Well, she comes through symbols and signs, and when things repeat, it's her. But there is definitely a male family member that is trying to bring in an energy that's integrating strength in your family and keeping everyone together. And it's because he does feel like it's his duty right now. Maybe it's something that he didn't get to do in your life. I don't know if you really have that emotional connection to him. I feel blood connection, but I don't feel like that mental spirit connection.
So I recently found out that my biological father had a different father that he never knew about.
I have goosebumps everywhere. That is.
And then I connected to like his family. I found them, and they totally opened me with warm, like, oh my goodness. They were so excited to find out that they actually had a brother, because there was 4 sisters.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm wondering, like, is it him?
It has to be. It has to be.
It would have to be, yeah.
And the thing is
the
never, open arms.
Met him, nothing.
Wow, no, that is the mystery. That is the true connection. And I definitely feel like I can see this girl. So I feel like it's like one of your children. You have children?
I do.
Do you have a daughter?
Yeah.
She's a seer too.
Yeah.
So she somehow would have been able to experience the spirits around you right from little.
Yeah.
Looking over you or always looking past.
Yeah.
So what I get from here is that these spirits, both of them are around. Now I do feel the male has to do with your stability and your strength, but the word that keeps coming to me and the card that I got was trust. So he wants you to trust something that's important in your life right now that you might be doubting. So don't give up on things, build. And as far as the female, she's giving me the commitment card. Okay, so that lets me know like she's tying you up. Like she wants you committed to receive the things, the give and receive, the balance that you want, but also this feeling of eternity is around you. So I feel like she is blessing your life right now and giving you the guidance and the symbols that you need and the support that you need. And I do feel like you're being prepared for good things to come. I feel like that's what the message, why you are meant to come here tonight, is for you to know that you have the support that you need. But again, the energy does surround about abundance. So it is all about your stability and your abundance and settling in and all of that. But I don't feel like you should close anything up or change anything. Just stay on your path and connect to the world around you, and it will bring you new opportunity, because there is definitely something you're meant to be doing. I don't know if it's by yourself or with somebody else, but I definitely see you doing something that gives you energy, and it's like kind of your thing. So you need to find your thing. And I think the cottage is part of it. The cottage might even be part of it.
It definitely is. All the nature, yeah.
So maybe there's something you're meant to be doing there at times, or whatever it is.
Yeah. Thank you.
East Coast Mystic and Mystic Gypsy. Is there rules to this show? Like, can I just butt in right now?
Yes, you're allowed to butt in.
Butt right
in.
Is it
butt right in?
I was like, I cannot believe this. Tara, this is just insane. Maybe I feel with Tara, that's why my adoption side, like I had to say that. And it's just really weird as you were speaking, because I've never told anybody. So now it's on YouTube for the world to see that I have family. And I got the strength card. And when you were speaking, East Coast Mystic, about her grandma, your grandma is here. Your grandma is here. And she said, tell her about the lamb, the white curly hair lamb. She looks nothing like you. I'm not sure why. She doesn't have black hair. And I wrote down, I'm her mama. So, and I got the strength card. I feel such a strong energy. I felt such a strong energy that she's with you, that she did raise you and was a big part of your life. And I put the blonde lamb. Just ask her if she had like a blonde. She had like a blonde curly hair.
She had blonde curly hair. I used to have to put her hair in curlers.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh.
Me too. You have the darkest hair like me.
I know, but this card shows her with light hair too, light curly hair.
Oh my gosh, same. And I think she gives you strength. And now I just butted right in Mystic Gypsy against your next. I also got the Six of Cups. Nostalgia, memories,
the
family.
Memories. Those are always a sign when you have memories. Those are always a sign from her.
Did she have kidney issues?
No.
Someone had kidney issues.
That was like my dad's side. Like there was like a male like that I actually found on Ancestry DNA, but it was like 1841 or something. I don't know who he is. My dad doesn't really know who he is.
I put kidneys in circle. Kidney issues. I put maybe kidney issues.
I had a kidney transplant.
Oh,
You had a kidney transplant.
7 years ago.
wow.
I'm just speechless. Okay. And then the last card I pulled the 2 wands, and she's got her little cottage. It's a little hippie van look, heading out with her little world globe. I feel that.
Oh, her thing died. Keep talking.
Oh,
Remember
died.
she said her phone was gonna die? Always electrical. Always electrical.
I
Leave a
don't.
message.
Oh, I love her energy. With her grandma, like I just got the goosebumps, and I wrote kidney issues, and she said kidney transplant.
Honestly, I thought there was something with kidney, but I felt my kidney issue thing was coming with Diane. So I thought there was someone around Diane with kidney, but then she said that.
I know. I feel the 2 of Wands comes up for her to take that. Like I just look over here, that making decision, that progress. Like she is moving ahead. Like
Did you
things
guys
are
see
coming.
that I lost you guys for a couple minutes?
Yeah, we kept talking because it's recorded.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
you'll get the
thank
you'll get
God.
the replay. You'll get the replay.
awesome. Okay, good.
Yeah, there's
We're
definitely
like
with
that.
her
We're
two,
like, it's okay.
with her 2 of Wands. There's definitely something going on with the next 2 years because 2 came up
I
for
feel
me
that.
too. I think you're on a 2-year journey.
Yeah. And I do hope she just can feel that. I think she does, like you said, and maybe her daughter feels that presence. And I feel that's even, what do you say? It's comforting. It's comforting to know that she is, with you, and that she surrounds you and your kids, and gives you that strength to continue forth. All right, Mystic Gypsy, I will not jump the line again. I'll behave.
It's all right. East Coast Mystic pretty much explained my whole reading here in front of me. As she was talking, I was looking at the exact cards of your grandma and this learning event that's come forward for you that's really brought this new opportunity, because I see it's almost like a divine being bringing you this new knowledge that you're able to move forward and create a sense of home for you. And the card is showing, I keep being drawn to home, and I don't know if maybe you haven't felt a safe sense of what home was, or maybe that this new information will help create what that might look like for you, of what that feeling of just kind of calm and peace and serenity within your own home environment. But I do see here a thing about boundaries, and what's coming forward for me is that you have a tendency to do what's best for other people, and even though it's important to you, you put your needs kind of on the back burner, and it's creating a lot of it's kind of caused things for you in a working or financial situation to not be as fruitful as it could be. And it's showing that there's just this release that may be coming with all this new information that you've kind of experienced, which has opened a whole new path for you forward. Because I have this Fool card, which is the beginning. It's just such a bright, loving, exciting new journey ahead for you. But you are spiritually guided. I keep seeing all these little spirit guides in all my cards here, and it's just such a beautiful thing to see. But I also see for you, in terms of this work thing, you've got to let go of some sort of fears that you hold about it. And I'm not sure what specifically it is, but you have to trust your instincts on what it is that you're deciding in your decisions, that they're for what's best for you and for what you need. Because Spirit just really wants you to be firm about your boundaries. And it'll help create maybe that sense of home where you're able to maybe you bring work home with you, but I also am feeling like you need to write. I'm not sure if you're much of a writer, maybe a journal or gratitude, or just even your experiences about what you've been learning and going through. And it will just help process this newness and kind of get you onto that path forward, because you are guided there. So you're exactly where you're meant to be. Things are, just know that. They want you to find comfort in that.
I love how you said she should definitely separate herself from work, because I feel maybe she doesn't realize how much energy she's bringing home and not being able to like have her own space at times. And she can feel that when she goes to the cottage, right? So maybe put something in your day where you can connect to spirit, whether it's lighting a tea light every day or just going somewhere and parking and getting some air before you go home, to allow yourself to just like break free. Because I definitely feel there's a lot of spirit attachment. I feel like almost what you do for a living may even open the door. I don't know why. I don't want to say it and freak you out, but it may open the door to like spirits coming your way, because you are a light and you are strong.
That would freak me out.
I'm sorry. See, I said I didn't want to. I said I didn't want to.
No, you won't. I'm waiting. I'm sitting here going, please just do this for me. Please. Show me something.
Light a candle tonight. And look for an aura around your candle flame. And if you look at your candle and ask Grandma, are you here? Let her come to you. See how she comes to you, and just wait. And sometimes it takes a little bit, but she definitely wants to work with you. Work with her like she's your spirit guide. Ask her to give you signs, and you will have that connection.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Tara.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, yeah, I got some interesting energy here. I'm trying to kind of piece it together here, but I do feel like what's coming up in my cards is that there's something, and it feels like it's something in the physical. It might be regarding your career, might be regarding your home life, something more tangible that you have invested in that has been slow to fruition. And I feel like there has been some rewards that have kept you kind of going with it, but it isn't where you want it to be. In the past, I feel like, and this might be kind of hinging on what Mystic Gypsy said, but like where there may have been issues with boundaries before, it's almost like you accommodate, like what I'm picking up in my cards is that you've almost accommodated for those challenges in the past with almost like a hypervigilance now. And I feel like there's certain things that you kind of look for in opportunities that you're pretty dead set on, and if they don't kind of show themselves in certain ways, you block yourself from them. Now this is in the past, but like I do see that there has been opportunities for certain things. I don't even know if these are, you consciously know them, but they're coming up in the cards as something that was an opportunity for something tangible. It could have been a business offer, could have been, I'm not sure, but that it was, maybe it wasn't, it's brought about like a sense of like towing the line. Like I feel like there's a lot of towing the line, like you work hard at something, or that like there's a lot of energy output somewhere being kind of leached out into something that you have going on in your life. In this past position, so how this kind of reframes with I have the Seven of Pentacles here in your present position, is that it's purposely kind of like slow to fruition. I do see you have like a closing out taking place here. but it hasn't completely closed out. And so there's a little bit of a holding pattern going on, but that it is making space for like an opportunity of something that you have worked towards. And so in your future position, you have the Ace of Wands, and I do feel like this is an opportunity connected to something that you feel would bring you a lot of joy in your life. It's something that I do feel that has been like a slow rollout, like I said, and this, I do feel that it's connected to the Seven of Pentacles. Try not to get good, because I do see this opportunity now. But regarding this opportunity, like what I said earlier, is to be mindful of when you get something come your way that it has to look a certain way, otherwise you kind of ignore it, because it's the possibility that it might be a missed opportunity if you can't grab yourself at that before it happens. I do advise here, you have a lot of like non-action. In part, this is like, it's almost like you holding yourself back purposefully, and it feels like you might feel like you have to, or that's not a choice that you have. It's self-imposed, what I'm getting at, and I feel in part it's because you have a little bit of a struggle between what you feel your energy output needs to be to make things happen versus what you actually require as a person. So Spirit is suggesting that you kind of like relax on that notion a little bit. Like the things that you want to have happen in your life require you to have an energy output. But what I see is like there's almost like this like full tilt, full throttle kind of energy put in, and then maybe like there's a level of exhaustion that overcomes you with it. Just want to not do anything.
I almost feel like what you're talking about is almost like having to deal with other people, and also like putting her money towards the right things. But I definitely get off of what you were saying, Crystal, was that she does definitely need to invest in something else somehow as well. Like, what is it where is the money being pushed into? Because that's going to create the future success, even though she's waiting for all the stuff to happen. I feel like she's in a waiting period.
Yeah, well, definitely I have here, like, you got the Hangman as well, right? And it is like, what I'm picking up, it is partially because of being like, having to have like opportunity look a certain way. So it's almost like, if it doesn't look this way, I'm not moving on it. And this is kind of where your intuition comes in, and maybe where you developing those skills will be helpful for you, because I feel like sometimes there might be like taking certain opportunities too literally, and you can't see the forest for the trees regarding where they might actually lead you. So because you can't see where they lead you, you might just not take it. And Spirit's telling you to kind of watch that, because there are opportunities there that like it might not be what you think. You might be right on that, but it might be something that you need. Yeah, I guess that's. Yeah,
I feel like it has to do with a new path.
Definitely, I do see an opportunity for a new path. And it is connected with where you have invested. It's not like completely detached, but it might like a slight detour.
I got the transformation card for that. So yeah, things are changing, and certain things that she's committed to, of course, she can't really change, but yet she can get into it more effortlessly and put more of her protection and energy on the things that build her life. So it's almost like delegating your energy, but doing it in a way where you're not putting on more for yourself. You're actually giving yourself more energy.
like energy delegation for her is really important, because I feel like she needs like a space. I feel like she needs to rejuvenate herself maybe more often than people.
Yeah.
And that might be for gifts, I'm not sure. But because he's right on that, like I feel like she's drawn to places that are like felt like invoke to a degree, and there is, or that's because she needs it, but just like
I think it's a habit too.
Yeah, because partially though it's because the energy being output is not maybe quite balanced, and so like she has to really watch for exhaustion.
Yeah, the giving and receiving of energy for sure. Interesting. Yeah, so re-listen to this, Tara. But thank you for joining us tonight.
I definitely will be.
Awesome. Thank
you for having me, guys.
You're really welcome. Thanks for joining, and I'll send out the replay as soon as it's ready. It'll be tomorrow sometime. It takes like 8 hours from where I am because I'm on like Booneyland internet.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Diane, we're gonna do you now.
Are ya?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. What is it that you would like to know?
Well, now I'm thinking, I'm rethinking. Everybody's general kind of hit some areas that I was looking at.
Well, you
so
know,
I'll ask.
That is a thing, right? Like I always believe that everyone that comes together, there is that common energy when spirit speaks. It's kind of universal for all of us.
Yeah. So now I'm not sure if I want to ask the question or just go general. You kind of caught me off guard there. I'll just say it, and I mean whatever comes out comes out. So my question is that I'm looking for direction. I felt stuck physically, emotionally, mentally. I was on a healing journey, but it seemed like it stopped 10 years ago, and I'm looking for something that fits me, I guess. What would work for me?
Look at the card I got for you. Like, look at this. This being is not a normal being. So I love this because this represents a higher consciousness, spirit. And to me, it's like higher realm, celestial, or almost galactic or celestial. So higher realm energies want to come through you. But I do have to say, I keep getting a male energy. I'm heating up so badly around you. And I feel like that's the direction that I have to go into, is there is a healing energy around you. And I do feel like it's coming from a father figure or definitely a male figure. I keep seeing this, the R. I don't know why I keep getting an R.
An R?
Yes. I keep getting an R. I want to look into that more. What is the message? This shows me there's generational power. So there's definitely something that your family or someone in your family was known to do, and that's what's trying to come through as far as what you should be focused on. And yes, you are a healer, so I definitely feel like you need to reactivate your hands and do something. This is showing what you could integrate 2 types of healing. That's what I see you doing, is 2 different types of healing for yourself. And I do see you doing healings in your future. That is something that you're meant to be doing. But it's not of the mind. You're not meant to help people mentally. It's showing me you're meant to actually help people see where they're headed, where they're going. And that came up with Tara too, right? Seeing the seeing ahead, remote viewing. So your direction is about the future and not the past. Again, the 3 generations comes up. So it's almost like, I feel something like in my solar plexus with this card. So there is definitely a female around. Do you have a Anita?
Oh, shit.
What? Did you say shit?
Yes,
They
I was
sounded
going to
like
say something
you're-
else, but I know.
You
But I know it's
sounded like
recorded,
you're in
so-
trouble. What is she seeing? Just kidding.
Now, are you talking about an Anita from the other side?
No, I just hear someone saying Anita. So I need to know why. Is someone
That's
connected to Anita?
Anita is my mother.
And your mother is still here?
Yes.
So it's someone connected to your mother. It's got to be on your mother's side of the family.
Okay.
The third, her mother has to be around. But I feel like okay, so the Empress represents your mother's mother, or the 3rd generation, so that would be your great grandmother. But as far as the
Okay.
male is concerned, it is definitely the male energy that is connected to your mother. There's a
Well,
male.
my mother has a male energy.
No, but there is definitely a male spirit attached to her. And it's definitely, it's a soulmate energy around her.
A soulmate energy?
Yeah, I see a soulmate energy around her. He is around her. He's around you right now, but he's showing me images of standing behind her, his hands on her shoulders. He's there with her. He's definitely taking care of her and protecting her. I feel like he's also showing me 3 males. So there's 3 males attached to her. Do you have any brothers?
3 of them.
So it's definitely someone. It's definitely someone that knows you and your family. Your 3 brothers. Is her
Yeah,
partner?
I'm the only girl.
Is her partner passed?
My dad, yeah.
I'm gonna pull 3 cards on your dad. Okay.
Sure.
Does he have anyone around that starts with an R?
Not that I can think of. Maybe if you go into his father wasn't an R and his father's father wasn't an R, so I don't know.
Weird. I don't know why they're showing me the R. I wonder if that is a symbol. I'm gonna have to see if it's I know it's a runic symbol. What is the R symbol in the runes? I wish my... What? What?
I don't know.
I gotta check. I'm gonna check with my husband what that would mean. The R, I can't think of it right now. But the male energy tells me that you definitely can sense energy from spirit. So that is why you're meant to go into healing. And then you have the 2 8s that are coming up, which lets me know that he's turning things into blessings for you. You are moving in the right direction. There are things that you can contemplate and manifest. There's actually a bunch of different things that you could be doing. And destiny wise, as long as you're doing what you want and you're integrating that healing energy, you are going to be receiving more. But it just shows me that he is bringing blessings into your life to help you move forward. Your manifestation, you got the Pentacle, 8 of Pentacles going to the Wand. So forward movement. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Keep flowing. There isn't any changes that you need to make, but there are things that you should definitely activate. And if you don't have 2 healing modalities, think about what other one you can integrate with what you're doing and what you have right now.
Okay.
That would
interesting.
contemplate it. So if you do, is it Reiki that you do for healing?
I do have my level 2 of Reiki. I haven't used it in quite some time.
Well, what about integrating like Karuna Ki? Which is okay, well, so if you've done Reiki, if you enjoy Reiki, you could do Karuna Ki, which is emotional Reiki.
Never heard of it. Okay.
Oh, well, maybe I'll have to post the class then just for you in the future there.
There you go.
Hey?
Yep.
Not that I'm trying to build business, but it did pop to my head, Karuna Ki, right? So there are things that you can build on with the Reiki that would make it more interesting, and I would think about that. So that's what I get. But as far as what you're meant to be doing, I got a blessings card to match. So you're just meant to like watch and wait for blessings. And you know, if a dude comes up on the side of the road and says, hey, you're hot, give me your number, say, no, why don't you give me yours? And I'll check you out. So.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, so blessings, and just have fun with creating something for yourself. If you get bored of it, that's okay. I get bored of my things and change it up every month.
Hi,
Ready.
Diane.
Hi.
So for you, I am seeing some pretty specific stuff. So starting off, you have a female spirit guide around you that's coming forward with, they're wanting you to recognize, realigning your chakras, like realigning, especially your root, because there's showing to be like a big blockage and it's weighing you down.
Yep.
And it's preventing this ability to be able to see what is actually in front of you, because it's showing that spirit is ready and waiting, like they're like holding it, waiting for you to just kind of see it. But there's this block is really causing this inability to see it. And once you do, it's going to, once you can clear this, and what's showing me is 3 days of consistent meditation, or I'm not sure if you're into yoga or the Reiki, to like whatever it is that you do that you've done before to cleanse and realign your chakras and really focus on the root one. You will have a period of where after that, it's going to come to you, like what it is that you need for your path, because the guidance is there and they want to share it with you, and it's going to transform you and create this like self-mastery where you're going to know what your path is and what it is that you need to move forward, because it is clear that there is kind of like this stagnant energy that just, it wants to go, but it doesn't at the same time. And it's been there for a long time. And it's kind of, it might even have been keeping you up at night or causing backaches while you're sleeping, like you're just unrest. And it is something that it will be connected to something you've done before. So it may be like East Coast Mystic was talking about, incorporating the different things in with your Reiki. Might not even be that. It could be something totally new. Could, crystal work, things like that, like bringing in different aspects of the knowledge that you have. But those things need to kind of, the stuff's got to clear for it to rise up, for you to feel like, okay, I can see this now, like, because it's almost like there's a perspective shift. And I feel like it will also come into connection with people that you interacted with before, about maybe in the past, about spiritual practices or ideas or things that you've had that will really bring that forward for you and put that path forward. Because now that you've put it out to the universe and asked, like, what is my purpose? When you're doing meditations and things like that, or make that your intention, what is my spiritual practice going forward? And watch for the signs, because there's going to come in synchronicities, right? There's going to be, I see it in threes. I keep having 3 coming out here. So it'll be, maybe you see 3 butterflies in one day. That's your spirit guides reminding you that, like, you're on the right path, girl. Like, you're doing what you need to do. Just trust the timing. Let it flow as it's supposed to go, because It's almost like now, because it's been so long, there's this extra pressure of like, it's almost like you're ready to explode and you just want to know. But this, just keep going at it, be persistent with it, and it will come. The signs will be there. You see birds, butterflies, feathers, those kinds of things. Take note of those times, because that's going to be when the synchronicities are happening for you. And it's going to be really beautiful, but I think you should definitely connect outside during some of it, because these things will happen when you're with nature or around, even wind, things like that, right? I keep feeling like wind and birds is something that you're going to really connect to. But you'll start learning your signs and what things mean to you, and tapping into that psychic connection, and just, get that root chakra cleansed up and out. And
I love how you said I love how you said for her to do the 3 days of root chakra, because I definitely feel like that would be excellent, because she's grounded and protective in so many ways, but that's also the root of satisfaction. And it's like, we got open it up now, because you have your stability and strength. Now it's about taking that root to the next level, to the new summer level. And it is true, actually, if you go out on the sunny days, your root chakra gets healed and activated. So keep that in mind. Make it a rule that if it's sunny out, you're going to go for a walk. But yeah, I love that.
I love this. Hi, Diane.
Hi.
Okay, so this is the coolest one yet. Okay, so East Coast Mystic talks about all the R's. Mystic Gypsy starts talking about the root chakra. And I wrote, okay, even before East Coast Mystic was talking, happy retirement. Did you recently retired? Because happy retirement, I wrote. And let's go to this. Okay, we have the 3 R's. And the rune that she was seeing, okay, is the R. Okay. And I had to get it. I got up, I knocked everything over on the way in. Thank goodness my mic was muted. Okay, it says the Rada rune suggests a journey with a purpose. A journey with a purpose, what East Coast Mystic was seeing in the R's. And it's funny because it says it brings change, okay, to what has been left for a while. It brings change. And that's funny because it's a journey ahead. And you said, and I wrote it down, 10 years ago, you started a healing journey and you kind of put it on hold. So I see the R as well. And I could feel a male energy at the beginning of the reading, and I had wrote Ron, but I don't think Ron connects with you. Okay, I think the R is either the retirement journey, and you picking up what you were too busy to sort of finish 10 years ago with the root chakra cleansing as well. I think that's where it reconnects you. I think that's very important. That's why we see a lot of the R's. And I also wrote on my piece of paper, Joe. I have a Joe or a Joseph. And I'm not sure if that connects with you or not, but I feel it could be someone that connects somehow, or might be somebody that might cross your path.
Well, I'm French Acadian, so all the males have Joseph in their names.
Your dad?
It's all Joseph and then their name, and then my brothers, it's all Joseph and their name. But
that's funny because I wrote that and circled it. They're around you, and I felt that they're around your mom when she spoke of the Anita. So I felt the male present with you, and I also got the Hermit card. She is doing her soul searching. She is reconnecting. She is sitting up there, just bringing her own light back, right? Like that guidance, that inner work you've been craving, and probably why you've come to us too, right? It's like that step ahead and I just feel that that's your journey is now. It resets. I feel that you're going to set forth on that journey of yours that you had sort of put on hold for a little while.
It pretty much disappeared. I didn't put it on hold, but it pretty much just vanished. Going out for walking nature used to re-energize me. It's just not doing it. So that's why I feel like what is it that's there? Because I was enjoying my healing. I was whatever, and I had like a burnout, and then everything just disappeared. And by the way, I'm not retired, but I want to be retired. So
that's coming. That is coming. I got the celebration card. You wait. Maybe that's what's part of the journey, the healing journey.
Well, I think that
the celebration card, right?
I think that the next man she meets is going to have a R on his front in his first name. That's what I'm going with that. I'm going with that.
Are you going with that one? Are you feeling it?
I'm going with that. The next person you meet, the dude, he's gonna have an R in his name. I'm going with that. So that's
okay.
That's what I'm going with. But I do agree with the meaning of the runes, because I did see the R exactly like that, and it's true. It is a rune destiny. It also means cycles, right? It represents the wheel of fortune. So good things, which is all blessings. Yeah.
The key meaning of the R is the wheel.
Yeah. So you're in your season. Yeah, I'm going with the R man.
Me too.
I hope R means rich. So I can retire.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I have a lot of cut cards here. I feel like just right off the bat, like you have a lot of emotional energy that you need to do something with. I do have in the past, like, and I feel like this might be, I don't know if you're aware of this, you might be aware of it, but the cards are mentioning it anyways, because it is coming up in the past, is that where they're experiencing of your blocks, a block, whether it was kind of a general block or more specific, like you know what it is, but the indicator cards here suggest that it's something that you may have. I'm getting two things from this card. I'm getting one is that it was maybe something that ended up being kind of an emotional disappointment for you, that you or another person ended up walking away from, that did kind of spark you at one point, but that either yourself or the other person was emotionally unavailable, or it was like in and out kind of behavior. I feel like that created a bit of a block for you. And I also pick up that there might be like, I want to go as far as like, I feel like there might be an imbalance mood wise. So like where there might be some extreme highs and then some extreme lows on your part, or in the past there has been. This is the bane of people sometimes that have a lot of emotional energy to work with, is that if you're not channeling it appropriately, it kind of does what it does with you, and you know, you can kind of have these kind of switches that are really extreme. In your present moment, I do feel like you are, like, there is something that you need to find for yourself that is emotionally fulfilling, but also emotionally expressive. It looks like, I don't know if it's to do with a specific person. It might not be. It might just be you needing to kind of be willing to put yourself out there, and not know where it's going to take you, because you have the moon card here, and sometimes that can be fear, and I do think that that's part of it, but I also feel like it's just being willing to be kind of a little bit wear your heart on your sleeve and not know where it's taking you. Because I think there's a bit of a fear regarding doing that. You do have independence being your kind of overall card. So it does kind of speak of carving out a path for yourself that's going to be fulfilling, and what that takes is something that you're exploring right now. One of the things that comes up regarding what it takes is that I do feel like maybe there was an experience where you experienced like negative, a person in your life that had inverted dominance characteristics, so they might have been particularly aggressive. And so it's kind of given you a sense of what dominance looks like, but Spirit wants to be clear that that is non-balanced dominance. Okay, it's not in its upright position. It would be something that somebody that can appropriately wield independence and also take charge of their own destiny and also lead others, but appropriately. We're not talking about being under somebody's thumb or tyrant or anything like that. So that's something to keep in mind. In your near future, I do see you being a bit of at a crossroads, which you might be very well right now, but like more so, I feel like Spirit's asking you to get clear on what it is that you want. Even if it's just one thing to start, you don't need to have a list. Just one or two things that are the most strong, that come up in your psyche the most often. Clarify what those things are. Clarify, like, for example, if you were to have a partner in your life, what would be some of the characteristics of that partner that would be like a necessity, right? Like because that will help you kind of not only manifest, it'll put that imprint out into the universe to help you manifest it, but it'll also help you identify where your boundaries are, like what you won't budge on. Like, so that is like something that you might want to think about doing in the near future. But strongly what I'm getting right now is that you need an emotional outlet. I feel like there is a tendency to kind of think a lot about feelings, and there's a lot of kind of isolation. And I don't necessarily see isolation being like an issue unto itself, but I think a part of you need to get out and to like do something. And I think that you're confused about what, and so you just doing. But it's asking you to trust the process. The first things that come up that you're even slightly more passionate about than other things, I don't know what that is, but it has something to do with your feelings. So it could be creativity of some sort, if you're artistically inclined, poetry. It could just be even a group, like a meetup group of something that you find is dear to you. Maybe it's like a nature walking group or a garden group. I don't know, whatever it is that is important to you and your heart. If you can tie that somehow socially, that's what Spirit's suggesting that you do. With notions of, well, it needs to lead me here, or where is it going to take me? And if I can't find out, then I'm not going to do it. You just need to be willing to express that and temper the hermit energy a little bit. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise there's going to be a continuation of a lack of movement, because you need to be willing to move the energy. And when you do that, one of the things that will result from it is that you will become more clear about what it is that you need and what it is that you want. Because I do have the Seven of Cups clarifying the King of Swords. And I think like it's just you're confused. And I think you're waiting for clarity before you act, and it's actually the other way around.
Do that again?
You need to act, and then you will get clarity on your next. Yeah.
Don't think before you act. Seriously. Do the opposite for a month. Just do it the opposite for the month. I always do stuff like that for myself. But while she was talking, I totally saw the interactions, right? Like going to markets, or like I really liked the going for a walk with a group one day, like just different things.
I'm going
like that.
tomorrow night.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
Good.
KV Walkers out here, and they're going out tomorrow night at the Qplex.
Well, if you see a dude with a hat and he's ready to take some bird photos, ask him if his name is Ron or starts with an R, and keep going to that walking trail. So I definitely got goosebumps on that. I love that you're doing that. Be you. You don't have to, go do things that aren't you and go meet some dude at a bar, and do the things that you enjoy, because that's how the universe hooks you up.
Like, I feel, and just to kind of really hit home on what you just said, East Coast Mystic, is that don't do stuff because there's certain things that people do in order to get what you're looking for or what you think you might be. Leave that behind. Leave those notions behind.
Yeah.
You don't need to join an app or go to the bar and stuff that you don't really want to do. It's what you are, what sparks you, like what interests you. Those things need to be acted on, because that would then be genuinely activating characteristics of your heart, and that's what you need.
And that's where the people will be. And look, I got spiritual growth. So your path and the things you're seeking are part of your spiritual growth. But you definitely, I love that she picked up on you going for a walk, and there you are. Like, that is definitely a synchronicity and a sign.
Yeah, so absolutely. And just give it some time. Like, it might not, be the first time that you go. It might, not be the second. It might be the third. Be open to how things move.
Let your intuition guide you. Like, your higher self already knows what you want. And it wants something, to reach for, to seek. So yeah, exactly what Crystal is saying.
And have fun, and as things come up, you might, like, if you do make a connection with somebody, it's going to bring up any of these sorts of things that, like, are fears for you on emotional, or like in a base where you might have issues with kind of asserting yourself. And I don't mean like that in a negative way. I mean, everyday life has us asserting ourselves in one way or another, but like, you might come up against a few of your own personal blocks along the way. All of this is part of the plan, and they're just opportunities for you to kind of recognize, okay,
and
I can recognize where, yes, and then, work with it, non-judgmentally work with it, and just challenge yourself compassionately and continue on. And then you'll get all rolling, and then it'll just end this synchronicities just happening, right? And it's just about getting the ball rolling again. Just take one step in the direction that feels right, and then the next step will be shown, and the next step will be shown, and the next step will be shown. And there'll be some choices along the way. It's not like there's not choices, but movement, that's the energy of spirit. Like, if it's not internal movement, it's external movement. If you keep hitting blocks externally to a specific thing, then it means go back in and see where you might be having some internal blocks. But I think that you've spent a lot of time contemplating internally. Now it's time to kind of reroute. So I hope that helped you.
She'll be waking up a new woman tomorrow. Awesome. Well, this was great. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll send out the replay for everyone tomorrow.
All right.
Awesome. Have a great night.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. You're very welcome.